It's day 3 at SEC Media Days. I'm Morgan Weeks, and I'm here with Dan Mathews from Score Atlanta. He's going to help me recap the day today. Dan, what did you think about Missouri, first off?
Well, I thought they were pretty good. I really liked Matty Mock a lot. I thought he had a lot of energy. He really came in there, and seems like most quarterbacks who are good are guys that can own the room and really make you believe in them as a leader. And really, for the 10 minutes that we had with them, I got that from him. I thought Marcus Golden was great, and I also thought the offensive lineman they brought with them as well. And then Coach Pinkel, he's always great. He's going to be a great quote, but he's also a guy that has been around and knows how to really say the right things and do the right things. I know that certain coaches don't agree with his views on the pace of play, but outside of that, they were really good.
I thought so too, and Coach Pinkel pointed out that Matty Mock has the it factor. So do you agree with him?
Well, unfortunately for Georgia fans last year, I think they found out just how good the guy is. I mean, I think once James Franklin went out, I think Georgia fans were thinking, all right, hey, we've got our own injuries, but that's going to be tough for them to overcome. I think we can do this. We're at home. And then Matty Mock came in. And think about it, too. That's a true freshman. He came in and playing at Stanford Stadium, LSU, South Carolina, teams found out last year that's a tough place to play when you're on the road. So coming in, he on a big reverse pass, throwing it into the end zone just over the outreach hands of Shaq Wiggins, and they're able to score a big touchdown to win that game. So he's definitely somebody that can get things done.
I agree, and I know we haven't heard from Georgia yet, but do you have a prediction on that game this year?
I definitely, even though teams will try to tell you that games are not circled, like yesterday, you were in the room asking Tennessee if that Georgia game is circled. I usually kind of bat an eye whenever I hear that, we don't look in the past. Trust me, teams look in the past. They are being told in their off-season workouts, hey, remember that game, remember how close we were, a fumble into the end zone and then a field goal for Georgia, otherwise we're winning that football game. But I think that's one. But for Georgia, though, I'm sure that, they want to go up to Missouri, especially with what Sheldon Williams,
Sheldon Richardson.
Sheldon Richardson, there you go. Sheldon Williams, not the former Carolina Tar Heel. But Sheldon Richardson said a couple of years ago, too. So maybe that could develop into a nice little rivalry in the SEC East. Who knows?
I agree. It was a close one 2 years ago when Jarvis Jones played there, and everybody thought Georgia just had it in the bag, and it was close. So I agree. It could become a good little rivalry. Sure. So then we had LSU with Les Miles. What do you think about that one?
Oh, how long do we have?
Brief recap.
Yeah, no, he comes in, tweeting it out, talking about FIFA, talking about what he loved about the World Cup, talking about Derek Jeter. Then I guess he gets a text or a phone call from his daughter who's playing in a softball World Series, and then, he finally gets to football, but always entertaining. He's the best. What can you ever ask for? And his players talking about him as well. One of the players saying the first time he saw him bend down and eat grass, he said, "Is this full serious?" That kind of stuff. LSU is definitely one of those programs that not only they get it done on the field, but they're also exciting for the stuff with Coach Miles off the field as well.
I agree. I thought it was so funny with Les Miles. He just comes in, is so casual. I feel like it's never serious with him until you get on the field. So that's kind of fun. Then we had Arkansas, who Georgia actually plays this year. So what about that one? What do you think?
Well, I think a lot like Les Miles, Brett Bielema is one of those guys that probably SEC fans didn't pay attention to as much, even though he had success at Wisconsin. But as we saw in the room, taking the shot at Gary Pinkel about his thoughts on fast pace of play and what it does for player safety, saying that he lives in reality, that being Bielema, and that Pinkel lives in fiction. So, he's a guy that's definitely going to throw some shots. But that's a program, though, proud history with Frank Broyles and all those guys in the past. If there's a guy that I think can bring them back, it is Brett Bielema. That's a game that for Georgia this year, you got to believe that Arkansas's got that circled as well, because Georgia's a program that could have a very good year. But Arkansas, like Tennessee, they're trying to bounce back. They're trying to get back in the bowl season, and winning games like that can definitely help.
I agree. Thanks so much, Dan.